Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in front of us is the 2023 Honda Ridgeline RTL-e. It is finished off in white, and we will go over the MSRP once we go over all the specs and features for this Honda pickup truck. So let's start off with what powers this. Underneath the hood, this has the 3.5 liter V6. It is paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission, and it pumps out 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, sent through the all-wheel drive system, propelling this 4,500 pound pickup from 0 to 60 in just under 8 seconds. It has a top speed of 124, and as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 18 miles per gallon in the city and 24 out on the highway. So as we work our way to the exterior styling, you will notice that this has some gloss black accents up front, which complements the white. You will see the Honda badge front and center, which is also the forward-facing sensor for the adaptive cruise and distance pacing. Plenty of cutouts in that grille, along with the lower section where you can see more of that gloss black. Now this has LED headlights, DRLs, and turn signals. The turn signals are mounted in the lower section, along with the fog lights up underneath. So up top is just the headlights, high beams, and the DRL. It's really cool to see that chrome trim piece integrated into the headlight housings, just to make it tie in much nicer. Now this also has a lower air dam just to help better improve with aerodynamics, along with these cutouts, functional air inlets on both sides, and then some nice lines that come down the hood. So it gives it a really cool front end look for this pickup. Now for the side, this has a set of 18-inch wheels finished off in gray. You'll notice the fender arches are plastic, going along with the lower section of the front bumper, and it ties in with the side skirt there. Now this has two-tone design for the side mirrors with the integrated turn signal. There's a sunroof up top. All of the window trim is chrome. And then for the Ridgeline, you only get one bed. This is the 5-foot bed. If you look from the cab forward, it basically resembles a Honda Pilot. Very similar to that. This is a unibody truck. It is not body on frame like some of the other mid-size pickup trucks available. But I think it has a great look to it. Nice lines running down the side. And then that leads us to the rear, where this does have a backup camera, LED taillights, sensors in the bumper there, as well as the dual exhaust. It can even tow right around 5,000 pounds. Now, what I like about the Honda Ridgeline that no other truck does, we have the normal tailgate, so I can drop that as you would in pretty much every pickup truck. You will notice though that it's a pretty short interior for this height here. But I will say you don't have any fender arches, so that way you can put some items sideways. A lot of pickups have the massive arches on both sides, so this gives you almost a flat surface to put in items. So it's still functional for a 5-foot bed. But what I love about this tailgate is you have that way, or just grab on this handle right here and you can swing open this tailgate. So now if you need to reach in a little bit farther, you can, or if you want to gain access to this lockable compartment, look at all of this space that you get back here. Even a spare tire fits. So let's say you're going dirt biking, you have your boots, helmets, goggles, whatever you're doing, you can fit an item. If you're using this as a work style truck, fit in whatever tools that you have, then you can lock it up and hide them out of the way. Pretty cool to see, and then even put more storage in the bed itself. I love that feature with this truck. Now as we work our way to the back seats, we have chrome for all the door handles. Pretty nice door panel. It's pretty simple too. A little bit of storage with a cup holder. You have your window control and then your armrest. Now if you need more interior storage, you can actually lift these seats up, lock them into place, and now you have virtually a flat surface where you can place even more items. And then once you want to hop in, you can just lock them back into place. Now at 5'10", I'm very comfortable in the back. We have climate adjustments, some auxiliaries, storage pockets. I have around 3 or 4 inches above my head. So honestly, for the smaller size truck that this is, very roomy in the back. You have the armrest, 2 cup holders, a little bit of storage behind that, and then the electronic sliding rear glass that you can open and close as needed. And it's a low truck too, so it's very easy to enter and exit Front door panel has a lot more storage space. We have the window adjustments, fuel cap release, memory seating adjustments as well, because these are power adjusting front seats. Finished off in leather, of course, with the armrest to turn them into captain's chairs. And then as we look at the steering wheel, completely covered in leather. Let's fire this up though to go through all of these controls so we can bring this to life. It also has steering wheel mounted paddle shifters as well. On this right side, you will see cruise and adaptive cruise control settings. There's the steering assist. The arrows underneath this are for the center screen. So you can actually go through, look at your oil life, there's TPMS. We have some other vitals that you can go through. You can even reset. So not a ton of information, but you can scroll through all of that very easily. And then we have the main button here. This is for the cruise and adaptive cruise control to turn that on. On the left side, there's the heated steering wheel, Bluetooth and voice commands. And then we have volume and tuning for the radio and a shortcut here to go into your phone, go into music, or go into the navigation. So that is nice to have. You can set these up as needed to go through more of that info. Now on this left side, we have parking sensors, lane keeping assist, traction control, a forward collision that you can turn on and off. There's also a cargo light, defroster, and then a power outlet that you can turn on and off. There's an eco button just above that, side mirror adjustments. And then for the infotainment system, not a whole lot to go through, but you do get navigation for this, so that's nice to have that built in. If I go into the home here, we have some other icons that you can go into. There's even a truck bed audio, so you can play the speakers from the bed, which is pretty cool if you're just hanging out, tailgating, whatever it may be. And then you do have some blank pages here where you can add some more info. So that's kind of all that you get. Volume and tuning for the radios on this left side. But it is nice that you at least get the touchscreen system. Now underneath that, you'll see another LCD screen for all the climates. We have the fan speed, temperature, where you like the air to go. You can even further adjust the rear settings by going into these controls. And then you have some defrosters on that right side. There's the heated seat controls, a little bit of storage above that. This even has a wireless charging pad with some auxiliaries on this right side here. There's 2 cup holders. And then to go through the gear selector, if I just push on that for reverse, you will see that backup camera up here. We have a few different guidelines. The driver's side mirror will also tilt down just to give you a little bit more visibility. There's neutral and then drive and sport mode. So that allows you to use these paddles, and then park is back at the top. Now behind that, we have a few different driving modes. So you'll see normal along with snow, mud, and sand. With the all-wheel drive system, that allows you to drive this in some of those situations. There's the engine start-stop feature just behind that. And then for the center storage area, if I open this up, you have a massive amount of space. There's another power outlet and some auxiliaries, even a tray here that you can use. And then the glove box has a good amount of space to it as well. Now we have the sunroof with the manual adjusting sunshade. There's also a sunglass holder and a wide angle lens there, so that way you can easily see behind you. We have the sunroof and sunshade adjustments along with the rear glass, and then the dome lights are on both sides. We'll take one last look at visibility because there is pretty much no blind spots for this truck. And so now we're going to push on the sport mode. That allows us to use these paddle shifters. We'll drop down to second gear. I'm actually pretty impressed. They're not super responsive like you're in a sports car, but for what they are, it's actually pretty good, pretty decent. So if you happen to be towing where you need to drop a gear, you need to hold a gear, so that way, you can get the power that you need, you have them. Or if you just want to have some fun, maybe you're merging out on the highway, that's pretty cool. I like the paddles in this Ridgeline, and you can go through all the gears very, very quickly. So it's nice. It's not like some other vehicles that I've been in. They're actually seem to be pretty usable, which is nice to see. But for the $45,000 mark, the Honda Ridgeline, it's actually changing my thoughts a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of it, but as you saw in this video, I love that storage that you get under the bed. And if you just want a really comfortable and nice everyday style vehicle, Hondas are very good cars. They're very reliable. My fiance's CRV has 100,000 miles on it. It's 10 years old and it is still kicking. It's very easy to maintain, very reliable. So I have nothing bad to say against Honda. Just personally, I don't think I would buy a Ridgeline, but I can see it. I can see the appeal to it for just everyday driving and needing that open space. I think it's a really cool truck. And hopefully you've been able to tell how quiet this is. We have a vehicle coming right now. You probably didn't even hear that. It's so comfortable and quiet. It's really a nice place to be. But I think that is going to wrap it up for this 2023 Honda Ridgeline. Once again, a huge shout out to Carolina Auto Direct for providing this truck for me today. Check out their website. That link is down in the description. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.